The last episode, we seen how simple geometry can tell a story. Our protagonist Triangle had escaped the confines of their prison, took on many challenges, and defeated the Keeper blocking their freedom. Now what lays before us is the somber cold and unforgiving nature of the prison gate. After exploring the prison yard thoroughly, I found a torch and a block of ice. So, putting the two together in hopes of getting wet, I managed to get a key, opening my path to the outside world. Though that marker did make me think I was going to be stuck somewhere claustrophobic again. Like a forest. Dumping my points into agility gave my throwing knives an extra boost. Now I can deal better damage at a range. The better graphics in these parts almost feel out of place for a little triangle. I've seen how these traps work before, so I knew there had to be some enemies waiting for me around here. I also thought I had this figured out, but after one enemy got trapped, it alerted the rest of them, and I was done for. But clearly this little triangle has gained some fighting skill. What do I say here? I don't know. Is the very next attempt. I made it through with relative ease. That's fine. I say relative ease, but just look at these trappy buggers. It worked out though. Though the fights took a while, they weren't exactly clean. I eventually lured them all to the safety corner and picked them off one at a time. This ominous bridge honestly spooked me a little, but after some hesitance, I walked across to find more land. After scoping out the left side a bit, I found what I hoped to be the Master Sword, or at least not a trap. But alas, all I found in the ring of mushrooms was just a glowing mushroom. Following the path, I ran into some poopy dogs. I thought I'd try sneak attack them, but they heard me coming. This one really hurt. He was absolutely whooping me, so I decided to run away and try recalibrate. Damn, those dogs are fast. I felt really cornered here, but with everything to lose, I decided to give it my all in this fight. You know, in a cowardly kind of way. Okay, after defeating that many enemies, I didn't want to lose this progress, so I carefully looked through the path for some kind of checkpoint system. That bridge was going to make things a lot better. Since the left path was easy to get to now, I quickly scouted the right path for anything useful. Dead ends all around. I don't mind a game being a bit linear. I was a bit hesitant to walk into what looked to be another snowy region, but as always, keep pushing forward. It was interesting seeing guards and swordsmen frozen in blocks of ice like this. My first thought was, if you can't join them, beat them. But I didn't feel like messing with anyone at this moment. Seeing as the door was locked, I decided to leave this mountain area for another time. The village. This was a nice change of pace. Not a single enemy in sight, and free items scattered around in all the houses. If the shapes of the village weren't upset with me yet, though, they certainly would be, right? I gathered up what resources I could, rested up at a bonfire, and then was called to visit what sounds like it only describe as...
Hammer time!
The dude wanted some kind of ore for me. Didn't have much else to say, so I left him be. Some kind of shop this was. Oh boy, a new key. It's for the forest shack. Looks like it's time to go say hi to those hunters again. This waterway looked familiar, all because of that log. This must have been the right-end path, but I hit a dead end on. I found a peculiar cave, and call me a train because I've been watching too much DGR lately. I have been walking across the railroad track. There wasn't much to be said about that cave, so I wandered back into the forest. And lo and behold, it's another cave. Holy. Whatever these salt crystals are used for, I've almost got enough to complete one. And I found myself another ring around. Back to the beginning of the forest. I used the river shack key I acquired earlier to see what was waiting for me. This must have been a new weapon or ability since the shack was empty. I returned to the second cave to explore further, and came across a bear. Not wanting to deal with it right now, I ventured deeper to find a trapper's camp. I ventured deeper to find a trapper's camp. I ventured deeper to find a trapper's. Trampy, lampy, womp. I ventured deeper to find a trapper's camp. You know what? That's what you fuckers get for not liking and subscribing. Or commenting on what kind of audio or fucking video quality you want. Deal with it. So here I got a key and saved a couple cubs for the So here I got a key and saved a couple cubs from the trappers' camp. So here I got a key and saved a couple cubs from the trappers' camp, and ventured forward. So here I got a key and saved a couple cubs from the trappers. Fuck me. Hate being sick. So here I got a key and saved a couple cubs from the trappers' camp. That sounds great, so we'll use that one. I just felt like bringing you along for the creative process for this one. I hope you appreciate it. Okay, so that boss was tough. I needed to level up some more before I was ready to take on the Trapper, though I knew just the spot to do it. Defeating this trap plant over and over, I got my level up to 17 before fighting the Trapper again. What a fight. So in the end, the poacher had lost. I got a key to save the alchemist from their cage, and we learned some valuable lessons. Bears are our friends, foraging plants is good XP, and being a poacher will get you killed by a rogue triangle. What's left in this adventure is yet to be told. Hey, so that's the end of this series. From what I've been told, this has no rhyme or reason, and none of my friends have even given me a shred of input, which leads me to believe they hate my voice so much that they can't even watch a single video of mine. So I'm going to either upload travel videos next, or upload informational videos like my sister suggested. Anywho, I hope you have a wonderful time.